Here's a quick post about a guy who's been married for a few years now, and while his wife was on a girls' trip, discovered a little box hidden away in the closet, opened it up, and unleashed Pandora's box of all this evidence of her having a full-blown affair. Pictures, love letters, and her second phone, the burner phone. And he gathered it up, and of course, you can imagine her reaction to that. I'll be going to go over here, guys, to show you that you got to keep your eyes open, and you ever find any evidence of cheating, goodbye, move on. Titled, I found out my wife was cheating during a girls' trip by discovering a secret box in our closet. Now I'm lost and need advice. And a shout out to Shane for sending me this short story. He says, my wife Paula and I have been married for 10 years. We've had our ups and downs, but I always thought we were solid. I guess you never really know someone, do you? Apparently not. So last week, my wife went on a girls' trip with her friends. She's done this a few times before and never thought much of it. She needs her space, and I trust her, or at least I did. So he's being the trusting husband, the good guy. Go off with your girlfriends, have a good time, blow off some steam, but she's blowing something else. While she was away, I decided to do a deep clean of the house. She loves coming back to a clean home, and I figured it was a nice gesture. Smack! Okay, Mr. Belvedere, why can't she clean the house? Or you clean together when she gets back? Or you're hiring a cleaning service if, you have the extra money in your budget? That sounds submissive to me. It's one thing to do nice things, but clean the house? Come on here. I started with our bedroom and eventually made my way to her side of the closet. That's where things took a turn. Okay, well, this is actually a good thing you cleaned the house, but you get my point about that little cleaning rant earlier. Hidden behind her winter coat was a small locked box. Curiosity got the better of me. I found a spare key. I remembered it from when we moved in, and I opened it. Inside were letters, photographs, and a burner phone. My heart sank. Well, nowadays, who takes actual pictures and prints them out? But, okay. Burner phone, huh? This is Pandora's box. In this case, it's Paula's box. We all know there's a spare phone, something's up. The letters were love notes, but not from me. They were from someone named A. The photos are my wife and this guy, looking very cozy. And the phone? It was full of text between her and A. I read enough to know that this has been going on for at least 6 months. They've been meeting up while I was at work, during her girls' trips, and who else knows where. This poor guy, he completely never thought there were any issues. But this moron, she keeps an actual box with all her evidence. It's like, these, I gotta watch my words, your serial, what's guys, that keep trophies and stuff like this. But she just probably never thought, she'd been getting away with it so long, she probably never thought he'd find it. I felt sick, betrayed, and angry. All the emotions, as you can imagine. I put everything back exactly as I found it and closed the box. Well, you can never close Pandora's box once it's opened. Then I sat down and tried to think, what the hell was I going to do? What you're going to do is let it out, talk to somebody maybe you can completely trust, like a brother or a best friend, and start figuring out your exit strategy. You cannot stay with someone like this. What a piece of garbage she was, or she is. So when she came back from the trip, I pretended everything was normal. I need time to process and figure out my next move. But keeping it all in was driving me insane. Every time she smiled at me, it felt like a knife twisting in my gut. I can imagine. It probably made you feel like when Emperor Palpatine was smiling at Luke Skywalker. Yesterday, I finally broke. I confronted her after dinner. I told her I'd found the box and I knew about A. She didn't deny it. Instead, she started crying and apologized, saying she never meant to hurt me and it just happened. Just happened my ass. I got 6 months worth of evidence here. Pictures, phone, love letters. It just happened. Never meant to hurt me. Oh, okay. Yeah, good one. All things from the Hobag Handbook. No, no, not happening. Pack your bags in a garbage bag, not in a suitcase, a garbage bag, because that's what you are, and get the fuck out of the house. She's staying with a friend now. Oh, good, he kicked her out. And I'm sitting here in our empty house, trying to make sense of it all. Part of me wants to forgive her. Smack! Are you out of your mind? But another part of me is screaming that I'll never be able to trust her again. So what do I do? Has anyone else been in a similar situation? How did you handle it? Can a marriage survive something like this, or is it time to move on? Well, maybe some guys didn't find a little box with this stuff, but plenty of guys out there have sadly experienced their wife cheating, finding evidence, all that, and hearing the same crybaby song and dance that she gave you. But no, bro, it's over. Once a cheater, always a cheater. But I can tell this guy, through his behavior, definitely treats her way better than he should, and probably made her feel very safe and comfortable. Maybe probably made her lose some respect for him. I'm not saying, she's innocent, that she's the a-hole, but still, I can just sense the little things about him. But then this goes to show you, you start treating your girl like a human being, doing some nice things, and immediately your kindness is perceived as weakness. It's just so unfortunate. So what I think this guy needs to do is contact an attorney, maybe a few attorneys in town, see who he clicks with, find out his options, good, bad, or ugly, and prepare the divorce. I just hope he took pictures of the evidence, the pictures, the love letters, the text messages, anything to help him out. And hopefully he's in a at-fault divorce state. But if not, take the hit, move on. You're obviously not that old. I don't hear anything about kids being in the picture. And that's it, because you can't trust her. Why would you want to be with someone that does this to you? And of course, he's always going to be sleeping with one eye open. No, don't give her a second chance. Now, a few comments here. One guy says, dude, she planned her moves. It didn't just happen. She had a burner phone and a locked box. That's devious and willfully deceitful. In every situation like this, there's an obvious line. Would you divorce your spouse of a decade for only a kiss? Probably not. But a full-on hidden affair, at a certain point, it clearly becomes a choice for her to continue. Yeah, this wasn't a one-time mistake. This is a well-planned-out thing she's been doing. Can you love someone who willingly betrayed you? Will you ever be able to trust her again? Can you love someone you do not trust? Let her go, man. Another one. What you do is simple, but not necessarily easy. You need to get out of this relationship ASAP. It's going to be hard. It had been going on for at least 6 months, like you said, but also she kept all that stuff as a memento to look back at and remember fondly, and that is extremely effed up. Also, she had that burner phone. She was probably planning on keeping it going until she had enough of her fun, all the while betraying your trust. This is not fixable. This is a bright flashing neon billboard to break up. She broke the trust. She broke the relationship. Now all that's left is the formalities of separating. And sadly, I guarantee this isn't her first rodeo. This has probably been going on for a while with different dudes. And probably once she got bored with this guy, I'd be on to somebody else. And one more. This guy says, what once was between you and your wife will never be again. It takes years to build solid trust and 1 second to obliterate it. You'll constantly have it in the back of your head if she's lying and misleading you. You'll also constantly wonder if she thinks of him while you're both being intimate and will F you on a consistent basis. You are subconsciously never looking at her the same, and you'll never purely love her ever again. What she did to you, to your marriage, will always be a thought in your head. Years from now, if you happen to stick around, you'll love her, not ever like before, but you'll resent her. In a certain way, none of this is healthy. None of this is fair to you or her. Just let her go, brother. She made the constant decision to disrespect you every time it happened. She thought of only herself. Isn't it clear? On top of that, she kept a memory box about it. In her home she shares with you, I wish you the best. You need to move on. Exactly. And I'm willing to bet you probably they hooked up in their house, in his bed that he shares with her. So, no, but welcome to today's world. Oh, yeah, by the way, I guarantee you that her friends knew about this. Either she was meeting up with that guy on the girls' trips, or the girls' trips were a cover to meet up with that guy for an extended long weekend or something like that. They do this crap. So, bro, cut your losses, move on. You're going to be okay.